Hello Taurus, this is Seth and you're watching Rodriguez Mystic, and this is your monthly horoscope forecast for October 2017, and I am working with the Aquarian Tarot, and the Oracle decks I'm working with this month are the Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer and the Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. So this is a short reading just to get a taster to see what are the main themes for this month for you Taurians out there. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards now and get started. Okay, so the central card, the most important theme for the month of October 2017 for Taurus is the King of Swords. It feels very much like this month is about taking charge and saying something that must be said. It's about being firm but fair. Say something, it feels like it's a good time to get something off your chest. There may be things that have been on your mind for a long time, and you may need to tell people that you care about things which you may be a bit nervous about what their reaction would be, but it needs to be said. So if you're in a situation where there is anything that really needs to be spoken and heard, October looks like a good month to do that. And the King of Swords is about being a powerful and confident person, speaking up, taking charge of a situation. If there's anything that has been yo-yoing for a while, whether it's in terms of work or relationships, any situation that really needs to be grabbed by the horns, to use a Taurus pun, and shaken up a bit, and you need to take charge of it, now is a good time to do that. And the other cards that we have for the beginning, middle and end of October, we have the King of Cups to begin with. So some people feel that the swords, court cards, such as the King of Swords, that these are people that can be a bit negative or aggressive, and they can be at times. They can it can refer to that more negative side. But the the swords court cards are very much about power and confidence and speaking your mind and saying what needs to be said, being a bit of a warrior. Now, despite the fact that we've got the King of Swords here, the King of Cups here, who is all about love and compassion and being a loving, caring person who is emotionally mature and comfortable with their emotions. The King of Cups here is saying that you can deliver this message, you can say what needs to be said, even if it is quite a firm message that you may be worrying that it's going to come across as too brutal. You can say it with love. So this is saying at the beginning of this month of October to keep this intention grounded in love. Remember that you're doing this with good intentions. And it also feels like the beginning of October will be a good time for you romantically, a good time with friends and family. If you are looking to spend time with any loved ones, the beginning of this month does look like a good time for that. And then moving into the middle of October, we have the Knight of Cups. So another Cups card, and Cups are related to water, love, romance, the emotions. The Knight of Cups is somebody with an invitation, an offer of love. Halfway through October would be a good time, if you're able to invite loved ones onto a trip out somewhere. If there's somebody that you want to ask out on a date, if you want to take somebody out for a meal, mid-October looks very good for that. And so again, it's all about very much about focusing on your relationships with people, not just romantically, but in all areas, friends, family, loved ones. It feels like there's people in your life that could do with being shown some love this month. Maybe you've been neglecting some people. Maybe you've not been out for a meal with your partner for a while. Now is a good time to do this. And then the final card for this month, for the end of October, is the Ace of Swords, which really, to me, it feels like it ties in very well with the King of Swords here, which is the central theme of this month. So even though we've got these two lovey-dovey cards, we've got the King of Cups and the Knight of Cups, the King of Swords is saying that when it comes to your loved ones, there's something that needs to be said. And it does feel like something that may have been on your mind for a while, but you really need to step up and take charge of things. Now, the fact that the other cards that I've spoken about have been encouraging you to spend time with your loved ones and to take them out places could be saying that, in relationship terms, maybe it's your turn now. Maybe it's your turn to be the person to make the first move and to call somebody up, send them a message, ask them how they are, invite them out somewhere. But the King of Swords does feel to me like there is something that you not only need to take charge of, but something that you need to speak up about. And the Ace of Swords confirms this for me. The Ace of Swords is about speaking the truth, and it's about cutting away things which are no longer needed anymore. So maybe, and again, I feel like this is linked to loved ones, maybe there's something going on with your partner or with friends or family that you really need to say something. You need to create some form of transformation within that relationship. Is there something about your partner that you don't like and you want to just speak up about it and tell them? You need to cut that away. Are there any difficulties in communication between you and friends or families? Something here needs to be addressed. And this card is saying that by the end of October, that will be a good time to focus on that. This card is also about decisiveness and clarity. It's the eureka moment. It feels like by the end of October, you may find the missing piece of a puzzle. You will have a greater sense of what you want to do and what you want to accomplish, and anything that isn't serving that purpose will be torn away, will be cut away with the sword. But remember, you can do it with love, because we have all of these Cups cards here. And the Tips and Hints card is another Cups card. We have the Queen of Cups. And the Queen of Cups is a motherly, loving, compassionate figure. So again, I love the fact that we've got the King of Swords with his power and his sometimes brutality or harshness, but it's completely tempered by all of these cups that we've got going on here. So it feels to me like there are important decisions that need to be made, and important things that need to be said, and important actions that need to be taken in the field of relationships, romantic relationships or friendships and family. But it's very much people oriented, and it's about creating harmony. And it's saying we can do this, we can make these changes, we can say what needs to be said firmly and with love. And the Queen of Cups here is another reminder of this. So do this with love, and you won't go wrong. And then the oracle cards that I've got here, we've got from the Keepers of the Light, we've got Lady Portia. And the phrase for this card is divine order, and it says, do what you feel is right, an important lesson is unfolding. So again, there's that feeling of that you need to get something off your chest. You're doing this not to be harsh, you're doing it for the right reasons, and you need to do it with love. And saying that this is part of the divine order is saying that this is something that needs to happen. And we have the truth here. The sword is associated with truth and clarity. So it feels very much like you need to take a position of authority and say something that needs to be said, but do it with love. And then the other oracle card that we have here from the Earth Magic deck is music, and the key phrase here is harmony. And this is saying that this sword that you're going to be using to cut away what isn't needed, and the power that you're going to be exercising as the King of Swords this month, is actually going to create harmony amongst you and your loved ones. So this could be a situation with a partner, or it could be friends or family members, but some relationship that you are in needs to be healed in some way and rectified. There's an issue here that needs to be addressed, and October 2017 looks like the month to do it. So that's your reading, Taurus, for October 2017. I hope that this has been helpful for you, and if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can find all of my details below this video. Please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, check out my blog, check me out on Instagram, and until next time, take care. Bye.